All right, you guys, I'm getting ready to show you part two of Reptilians, man, and the connection between Reptilians, man, and Anunnaki. Now, like I said in that video, somebody is trying to sabotage the message that I'm bringing. So that video is it sounds weird. You can hear what I'm saying, but it's weird. I want to put it up there because I don't want to redo it. If you're really interested, you'll look at it. If not, you won't. I may talk about it in another video in the future, but right now, I want to get that up there because I feel like somebody is trying to sabotage my message. So, today's a better day. My recordings have been perfect. Hopefully, they stay that way when I go to do a little tweaking and upload. But I just want to let you guys know that before. Watch the video, enjoy it, listen to it. It's an important message, especially for women. So, on that note, y'all go ahead and get into it. And I'll see y'all on my next. All right. So hopefully y'all can hear me. I hope so. I'm gonna go ahead and just get started because I've learned that just when something that drops on my heart and I gotta download, go with it, right? So I was thinking about something, and Bobby Hemmett was one of the first people that I started watching. Excuse me, when it comes to metaphysics. And a lot of the information, the ancient information, and all this other stuff, right? So I want to specifically talk about Lucifer, and they talk about how it's Prometheus, and this is that the third. Okay, it just depends on which perspective you're going to look at it from. Let's go back into the Garden of Eden, right? And this might be like a part two to my other video. So when you think about, you know, Lucifer, and how they was like, oh, Lucifer didn't want to bow down to God's creation, which was man, right? So basically, the downloads that I've gotten, okay, from myself is Lucifer was the female. She was the feminine energy. She's the ancient primordial deity that was looked at as God all over. So the Anunnaki, which is the God, the Godhead, however you want to look at it, your Inky and Lil and Intersat, Anu, all that. So the Anunnaki decided they was going to create man. And looking at this, okay, you can say reptilians, you can say Anunnaki, all this other stuff. But the fact of the matter is, they wanted the fit all over this planet of existence that you call third dimension, um, Earth, this realm was nothing but females. It was all females. It was all feminine. And so what happened is they decided that they was going to put man down here. Now you can look at it with the Garden of Eden perspective. So the females who was already here, they wasn't about to bow down and do all this extra stuff. And the Anunnaki, reptilians, whoever, they decided that they were going to create a whole other female as well with the male. So that is what they did. And I know I can go into more detail, but these are downloads that I gotten years ago. And I just now got the guts to really talk about it. But this is over time where I've been learning and studying and getting more downloads. So they created, and I feel like for me, I could be wrong, but I feel like this is where the pick-me females come in. And so your pick-me females was made with this Adamu creature, the male creature that they decided to make and put on this plane of existence that was already a feminine planet. So they also created a helpmate for him, which was that so-called Eve, right? All right, we're just gonna go with Eve. You know what I mean? Because I don't really have the headspace right now to go, make a whole nother name for her. But nonetheless, so she's the pick me. That is where your pick me's come from. This whole thing where they decided we're gonna create a woman who's going to do, and bow down to this male that we decided to create. And I know this might sound all over the place, you guys. I'm trying to go with it while it's on my mind, while it's fresh. So they created a whole nother female. Because remember, they were talking about Lilith was his first wife. She wasn't going for it. So they created another female called her Eve. Excuse me. I'm coughing like this. So this is where your whole nother female comes in that is Adam's wife. And so the serpent in the Garden of Eden is this Lucifer who's telling her, look, you ain't going to die. You're going to become just like God. Don't you want to be like God? So she ate of the forbidden fruit, which was the knowledge that Lucifer had, a.k.a. Lilith, a.k.a. the serpent. You know what I mean? And so that's how that female was punished. You know what I'm saying? For lack of better terms, in that Bible setting, right? In the Garden of Eden. Now, Lucifer, which was the one they called Lilith, right? And others like her was here before they even put man here. Man was not here. That's why they created man and his little pick-me in the Garden of Eden and brought them here. They want to tell you, oh, they sinned, and then they said, now you got to go out and toil. If you ask me, the story went a little bit different. They took them out of this setting and put them in that setting. They put them in this setting, okay? Took them out of the Garden of Eden and dropped them here. So you got like a whole new kind of female who would be subservient to the male, who would be submissive to the male, unlike Lucifer, Lilith, the female that was already here, the females that was already here in this plane of existence that we call Earth. This was a feminine planet, period. There was no man here. You can take it, you can leave it. I don't care what you do with it. But if you get emotions about it, you can go to Home Depot, you can get a ladder, and you can get over it. This is how males got on this plane of existence. They were created by the Anunnaki, which in terms have been known to be a faction of the reptilian race. I don't know. You know what I mean? Because the first people here were green, as they say. Okay? And I've been doing a little bit of research into the Sibyls, which I had never heard of the Sibyls before, which were the first females who was here. You know what I mean? I think her name is Mama Sorbet or whatever. Either way, I'm doing my best to get my hand on this book. I gotta find this book. So, nonetheless, these are downloads that I got back in 2012. This was stuff that I learned back in 2012 before I had even heard anything about the Sibyls. So, Lucifer, the one they call the serpent in the Garden of Eden, you know what I mean? She told Eve that you won't die. And so, but the thing about it is with Eve was still created to be subservient, submissive to Adam and let him rule over her. But Lucifer, Lilith, the woman who was already here, she was not subservient to Adam. So that's why you have a lot of us females who, some of us are pygmies, some of us are Liliths / Lucifers. Okay? And that's why the men are mad, because you got your pygmishas, but they really don't want the pygmishas because the pygmishas do whatever they say. It's more, men are predators. They like the game. They like the chase. They love to hunt. So the Lucifer, the Lilith, is more challenging. So they want to conquer over her. And then I think over time, a lot of us, started riding the fence. We tried to do what the pygmy did, but it wasn't working for us. You know what I'm saying? So that's why a lot of now men, they say a lot of us is die by ourselves. And, they talk about women who don't have children, which I think me and my daughter talk about all the time. This is a milestone if you get to be a certain age and you don't have a child. You know what I mean? Because you missed being trapped by a man in that way. I'm not saying I hate men. That's not what I'm saying. I don't like the things and the games that men play when it comes to women. I don't like the things that men do when it comes to women. That's what I don't like. And I'm here to educate women. I'm here to pick us up, ladies. I don't care about where the man is when it comes to that type of stuff. Now, not all men are like this, but the majority of men are like this. And the pick-me's, they going with the majority. Y'all ain't gonna never get no men because y'all can't do this, and see, this is what y'all do, and the men can't deal with it when y'all do this, and the blah, 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 blah. Girl, ain't nobody here for all that. I don't have time to be his mama. I got my own problems. Okay? So, do a little recap real quick. You had Lucifer, who they call Lilith, who was the feminine in this plane of existence. She ruled here. There were no men here. In the Garden of Eden, they created Adamu, which was the first man. Not the first Anunnaki, but the first man. Okay? You already have males on different planes of existence. You already have males on different dimensions. But they took and they made this Garden of Eden. You know what I'm saying? And they brought man and his little helper and put them in the Garden of Eden. Trained them, took them, put them over here with us, and everything went south after that. That's my opinion. That is what I have gotten. Those are the downloads that I have received from the primordial goddess. So that's what I know to be true. And this is doing observation. First being introduced to the feminine energy, which was Lucifer. Doing the observation, the experience. Just studying not only ancient texts, and books about ancient knowledge, but experience and doing studies and observation. You can't deny the truth. Now, this may sound foreign to some of y'all, and I understand that. I overstand that. I understand that. Don't be mad at the messenger. You can be mad at the message, but you don't have to be mad at the messenger. This is what happened. We're living in a different time now. We're entering into the age of Aquarius. Everything is going to be uncovered. Aquarius is about knowing, you know what I mean? And they will do anything they can to uncover the truth. That's one thing I will say about Aquarius is they are truth seekers. I'm not an Aquarius, but I've always been a truth seeker. Always have wanted to know. I will uncover it, unveil it. I'll pull the cover off. I don't care. I will reveal your nakedness. And I'm not talking about your body. Okay? But the thing about it is, I'm here for this time to speak on things like this. I'm here to advocate for us women because we have been down dealing with man and this pick-me so long. We have been down dealing with the creation of the Anunnaki for so long that we have forgotten who we are, what we are, and why we are. We have forgotten why we're even here in the first place. And women like me, which I'm not the only one, there's other women that are teaching the similar stuff, but it's coming in a little bit, it's coming a little different. But we're all having similar messages. Women, it's time to get up and raise up and take our place and do what we need to do and be ourselves. So that's what I'm here for. That's my message on today. This is part 2. I'm going to be coming with part 3. So please stay tuned. I know I've been here, there, and everywhere with my videos, but I'm here and I'm back and I'm here to be consistent. And it's time for this. This is what I was born to do. So until next time, love yourselves, women. Please endow yourselves with the knowledge of self. Learn about what it takes to be yourself. And do the shadow work. Do the healing. Let your ego go so that you can become the greatest version of yourself that you possibly can be. And that you can become the rightful owner and ruler here in this realm again. Because this realm is splitting. And those who are vibrating high is going to go. And then those who are vibrating low are going to stay. Till then, I will see y'all on my next one. Much love later.